The Vatican is nothing. It's empty if there are no morals, no Jesus teachings practiced there.
Yes, Master.
Understand,
It's
Master.
just empty walls. The priests there are empty shells.
Yes.
Right.
The clothes will not cover their sins, heaven or earth.
Yes, Master.
Yes.
Yeah. So there is no excuse for these people. But the Vatican did almost nothing up to now. Just talk a few, maybe one or two times. Thank the journalists for discovering it, for reporting it. What's the use of that?
Right.
Yeah?
Yes.
But only after many years, after a lot of pressure, and they say something like that.
Right.
Yeah. Nothing sympathizing for the poor children, no compensation for them, nothing.
Right.
For the families who suffer, and for the children who suffer all their lives because of all this nightmare, that reality nightmare.
Yes,
Yes.
Master.
This is what he wrote. We have grown to love one another very deeply. We are more than friends, and we are more than father and son.
These words, written by the Catholic priest who abused him as a child, have haunted 55-year-old Mark Crawford for 3 decades.
It doesn't go away. It never goes away. It's always there.
Crawford says Father Kenneth Martin became a family friend in the late 70s, then began abusing Crawford when he was 15.
Him being like a father figure to me versus the torment of the abuse. It becomes very tangled, very complicated for a child.
The abuse continued weekly and only ended after Crawford left home for college. But when he returned, he discovered Father Martin had begun abusing his younger brother. For Crawford, the trauma grew worse when he discovered the church official he had reported the abuse to faced a scandal of his own. Cardinal Theodore McCarrick resigned in July. He's accused of abusing adults and children for decades.
How can you still have trust or faith in an institution where at the highest level, these men protected each other?
Oh, I'm through with this Vatican. I think they should just go away. Hide somewhere without humans so that they cannot harm any of us anymore. They are worse than evil. They're worse than any dictators, any ruthless army, anything. Because they have power in their hands. They can just wield it to harm humans. We cannot accept this.
No,
Master. No,
Truly, we cannot accept it. They themselves should be fired or just run away somewhere.
Right.
Okay, go hide themselves in some desert or somewhere, or rotten anywhere, who cares? Because the longer they live, the more they harm humans and babies and children. You understand me?
Understand, Master. Understand.
Yeah. I don't know why the world doesn't do anything.
it is strange.
Yeah, it's strange. I don't know why the law doesn't apply to them. You know, if American citizen commit some crime in France or in England, they would try them the same like their own citizen. Or even if they're deported to their own original country, they'll be tried there.
Yes.
Or they even be tried in the International Criminal Court
Yes.
for the crimes against humanity. These priests from the Catholic Church who harm the children, who molest them, who rape them, who torture them, who kill them, they are the criminals against humanity. They should even be tried in The Hague, in that international court. If no other country can try them, they could try them there.
Understand, Master.
Otherwise, they continue to do all these sins and harm too many more children. Now and in the future, as I'm talking to you, I don't know how many children are suffering in darkness, in obscurity, and nobody cares. Yeah, and afterwards they just make them disappear.
Oh,
So scary.
Like many unnamed graves just have been discovered. Even in America recently. Before it was in Canada. In those schools. Yeah. Imagine that.
wow.
Yeah. And many, countless of children or women disappear every year.
No, it's terrible.
Everywhere. Yeah, it's not always the professional criminals who do it. It's the priests who did all this.
They are worse than criminals.
Yeah, worse than criminals because they are protected.
Right.
Yes.
Nobody suspects. And even if they know about it, they suspect it. They still continue to let them hold a big office even.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah, so they can continue behind the door and be more skilled in molesting children.
My God.
And nobody even knows. They will be more careful now, more skilled now.
Yes,
Master.
And if they're discovered again, the Pope will just forgive them.
Oh my God.
No. This is unbelievable.
Yeah, you can see that.
Yes,
Yes,
no.
Master.
Did nothing. So this Vatican or the churches that are stained with blood or with mental cruelty should be abolished.
Right.
Yes.
Make it into an orphanage or something to atone the sins of humans.
Agree. Yes.
What for the church exists? To do what? Every day just repeat the Bible, which they don't understand, which they don't even care anyway. Obviously, evidently, they don't do according to the Bible.
No.
So what's the use? Anybody can go into the Vatican and read the Bible.
Yes.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah?
Right.
Right.
And then everybody even kowtows to you
Mm.
for doing nothing.
Yeah.
What are they doing? They're doing nothing.
Exactly.
Whatever charity they do is the money of the lay people who make orphanages and all that.
Yes.
Ah, yes, Master.
They do nothing.
Oh man.
It's terrible that they lead the people in very wrong direction.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, in the evil direction.
yes.
Not just wrong, but
Yes.
evil.
Evil
Right.
direction.
Oh, if we're talking about it, I just feel my heart cannot bear. Oh, and have pain in the neck and all that. Truly,
Oh, Master.
the pain is sometimes unbearable.
Oh, Master.
If you have physical wounds or pain, people know, but this is a mental pain, emotional pain,
Yes, Master.
spiritual pain that nobody can see.
Oh, Master.
Only I know it. And even then, I feel not as bad as those children, the victims, who were so helpless and so frightened, so horrified, so scared and so alone, with all this big fat
Oh,
priest squashing on them.
oh, God.
Clergy sexually violating children.
And lives forever changed.
They took your soul.
It's evil, is the only way that I could put it.
As a child, you never forget that face.
I would beg God to let me die. Please let me die, because I don't want him to do this to me anymore.
I never really blamed him, I blamed myself. And that self-blame over time became a kind of self-hatred.
Never occurred to me to tell anybody. When the head teacher's been abusing you, who do you tell? Put it into a cupboard in my head, and I shut the cupboard door.
He's had constant nightmares and flashbacks and has been diagnosed with PTSD.
With the beginning of my keeping that secret, it was like there was this little poison inside of me.
That led to depression, isolation, and suicidal thoughts. It also led to alcohol and drug abuse.
Sister Judith Fisher. She was 37. I was 13 years old. That's when my world changed.
She took my life. She took my sexuality. She took my spirituality. She ruined any boundaries that I ever had in my life. I lost my family over her. I'm in recovery now. Since 1994, I've been stumbling with this.
You hurt a child that deep. It's a spiritual rape. And you are, like, branded for life. So from now on, it colors everything. I can't imagine something happened to me in life that would hurt me like this has. It's the kind of wound that stays no matter how strong you are, no matter how much therapy you get, no matter how many loves you have, or diversions or excuses. It's a spiritual rape. It really is. It really is. It doesn't go away. It steals your faith. I envy people who have faith.
I stopped going to church.
You lost your faith?
Lost my faith. Yeah. You see how the church in Boston tried to sweep things under the carpet, and you read about cases in this country and other parts of the world. I lost my faith. Yeah.
Please, God, do something. You cannot let this world be like this, controlled by all this evil wolf in the sheepskin. Please, please, they are making a bloody butcher shop of your holy churches and Vatican as well. Please, please help us. Help the children. Help the helpless babies and children, please. They're too powerful for the humans. Humans have been so brainwashed and so subdued into believing anything they say, but they are not priests. They are not preaching your teaching. They are killing the babies and children. They're doing exactly opposite of what you are teaching and Jesus' teachings. Please, just please make them disappear. Make them go somewhere else without humans, without children, so they can never lay their hands on them ever again. They can never touch any of their hair. Please. Oh, please, God. Oh, in the name of humanity, I pray you, please do something. I cannot keep crying anymore. My eyes will hurt so much. I could not work for you if I don't have eyes. Every day, sometimes I have time and I care of my eyes, but I cannot continue like this. I took rest, I put some cold water on it, but then I have to continue working. And if I keep crying again, sometimes I try so hard. I try so hard not to cry because I have to protect these eyes to work for you. To work for you. God, please help us. Please help us. Okay, do you have anything more to say?
We cannot just imagine how hard it is on Master. What is so terrible to hear the pain, Master.
I'm not the only one. I'm sure many other people who are sensitive to the pain of the children and babies, they would feel the same. If nobody feels it, then this war is truly a hell. Truly just zombies. Just like Jesus said, let the dead bury the dead, meaning they had no souls with them. They're just zombies. All these priests, they're also zombies. I hope people wake up and don't worship them, don't respect them, don't listen to their wrong, evil view. Please, just use your own judgment. Protect your own babies and your own children. Please, don't send them into their evil arms. Because they will harm them. Don't listen to them and kill your babies in the womb. You rescue your baby. As if you see some baby helpless on the street, you would take it into your arms and bring somewhere safe. Do that to your own babies in the womb, please. They're your flesh and blood. Don't listen to these evil priests. Please don't, because you will go to hell. You will go to hell if you kill your babies. Let those priests go to hell, not you. Please don't kill your babies. Don't send your innocent children to the church to do some God service and then get abused by these so-called priests. Please don't. Please think carefully, please. Please protect the children. You have to protect your children. I cannot do it. I wish I could. I wish I could protect all the children and babies in this world. So please, dear God. And I plead with all the governments. They have to check on all these priests. They have to give some sentence or some judgment so that other priests don't follow.
Yes.
And do harmful things to the helpless children.
Yes.
How come they're all quiet like cowards? They're all scared of the church's power because they're worried that the faithful won't vote for them if they go against the church. Who cares about the church? Who cares about all these priests? If you're not voted for, you're not voted for. Whatever God wants to assign to you, you will have it. Do not be scared. Stand up and protect the children, your citizens' children. In our life, if anybody molests the children, just one of the children, they go to jail.
Yes.
How come these priests, these fat, big, evil priests can do anything with the children and get away with it and continue? What for you in a high position as a government leader and country leader and have your law and justice system? What for all that? And you can't even protect the children. You are useless. You're wasting the taxpayers' money. Then you should resign if you don't dare do anything good. Just protect your own position. Then you're not worthy to sit there. God will judge you also if you keep silent. Because it's the same like, if you keep silent, it means you condone something.
Yes.
Keeping silent is like being an accomplice.
Yes.
You partake of that crime and that sin.
Yes.
If the world doesn't judge you, heaven will.
Yes.
Hell will.
They keep these crimes in such a silence from people, and many people maybe still not aware. Keeping this from people is also a crime.
Yeah.